Hey guys, I can host this meeting because I think Sashi is out of office.
Oh yeah, please. I
Okay.
handed notes, but
Yeah,
I
cool.
guess we don't have too many items today. So let's discuss just 0.80. I think that's the
Yeah,
main topic.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna say the CNCF stuff. So today's September 30th, 2025, and welcome to KAITO's community meeting. Just a quick reminder to stick to the CNCF code of conduct and be respectful to each other. And that being said, we can start off with 0.8.0 planning. I don't think there are a lot of open topics or demos. So yeah, let's get started. Yeah, I already have the 0.8.0 milestones here. I went through all the issues upstream and trying to identify things that we can add to 0.8.0 and things that I can remove. So I ended up with this list. So we can go through them one by one real quick to see if it makes sense to be in this milestone. LWS. So go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, I'm feeling we abandoned this feature, right? We migrate to the inference set, determine to use the inference set instead of leader worker set.
Okay.
Yeah, you use state for set for each workspace. So we drop this one.
Okay.
Do we have an issue
So
for inference sets? Maybe we should open one.
do we? I don't think so. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
if someone,
yeah.
yeah, okay, let me create another one.
okay, yeah, if you can create one and add it to 0.8.0,
Yeah,
that'd be great. And I can just and I'll just say close this.
yeah, I will create one and the link to this one.
Auto scaling. Lingbu, any
And also,
updates?
yeah, oh, and this one also related to the inverse set. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And
So okay.
Kaito scalar component will also should also be updated in favor of inference set. Okay, I will come I will update this issue. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can create sub issues here if there
Okay.
are things that you have to update for the Kaito Kata autoscaler. So
Okay.
still good with 0.8.0. Are we still good
Yes.
for 0.8? Okay,
Oh, okay.
thanks. Yeah. Generic way to handle inference workload scheduling. Uh, I know there are a couple of issues relating to BYO. So Jonathan, any updates or comments on this issue?
Yeah, so I'm working on a PR right now to use NVIDIA GPU feature discovery, and that Helm chart will label the nodes with the GPU type, the amount of GPUs, and the GPU memory. So we're gonna deprecate the preferred nodes and instead select the nodes that when they have oh you updated my PR.
Oh yeah, because I want to make sure there's a link between PRs and issues, so I know what PRs solving which issue. So
Yeah,
sorry, go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, TLDR is that this is part of the BYO rework as well, and we're gonna deprecate the preferred nodes. Instead, we're gonna select nodes, get the information from the NVIDIA GPU Helm chart, so that way we can figure out if the model fits, and if it does, we're just gonna punt it to the K8 scheduler and let it schedule automatically however it sees fit. So I discussed this with Faye as well, and I think we're good to
Okay.
just do this with the Helm chart and remove preferred nodes.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, one comment I want to make, semi-related to this is I noticed we right now we have this hard code daemon set for device plugin. And I think this guy. And I think it can be replaced with the GPU feature discovery hum dependency that you added.
Yeah.
Because,
I did it. So yeah. I don't think it's in this PR, but I'm pretty sure if you just do the device plugin Helm chart, it includes the feature discovery as a sub feature or sub chart. So if we just install that Helm chart, we can replace the daemon set, and we don't have to explicitly install the Helm chart for GPU
So,
feature on its own.
hey, Jonathan, for the node feature detection, that Helm chart, where is the image?
the image is it's not from MCR, I can tell you for sure.
Yeah, just curious, where is
But
it? Where does it
yeah.
come from?
I don't
We
have it off the top of my head, but we could look it up.
I think it comes from the NVIDIA container registry. So nvcr.io or something like that. Is part of something we can rebuild and use MCR instead of the NVIDIA third-party registry if we want.
Wait, do we need to do this for all Helm charts that we pull?
I don't know. It's just an option. I know for Flux, we're using image from GitHub registry, GitHub container registry.
Yeah.
So yeah, so my only concern is yeah, I don't know how to solve it, but my only concern is for many cloud vendor, okay, if you build everything from scratch, you just got a GPU in your local machine, maybe okay, because rows daemon set are not installed. But for many cloud offering, rows daemon sets may be installed by default. I think if you deploy the same thing twice, it's still functional, but it just I want to bring this out. So that can be a problem that you deploy the
I'm not
daemon
sure
sets
if it is
twice.
functional. Because I think when I was trying to build it with Tilt, if I just installed the Helm chart with the device plugin Helm chart, I think it collided with the
It collide?
one that we have.
It collides? Yeah,
Yeah, but this is in Tilt, so I don't know if that if it was just like a Tilt was trying to compete with Helm.
yeah, I heard that if you install that NVIDIA daemon sets device plugin twice, from no status, you still can see the GPU count. So one of them wins, and the other doesn't hurt. But I don't know for that node feature detector, if two guys try to update the label, whether that causes problem, that I'm not sure. I don't know how to solve it because there's no, if everything is stored through Helm, they may detect conflict. But if somebody deploy with a raw daemon set, somebody deploy with a Helm, there may be a conflict.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be that many conflicts because those labels are mostly static. So even though there might be multiple pods trying to write the labels, they're all writing the same value. We can take this offline. I don't
Yeah,
want
let's take it offline
Yeah.
because this is a general problem. How do you make sure
Yeah.
our daemon sets installed in the nodes won't causing any collide with existing, cloud vendors node image?
Yeah.
But for the general approach, we're good on this idea for BYO.
Yeah,
I can
that's
visualize
okay.
it
That's
in the
absolutely
document.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rita,
The doc I
Rita,
showed you, Faye, last time was a bit out of date. We actually have a newer version, so I can send that to you offline.
Rita?
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, for things that we're not sure what's in the user's environment, we should just have Helm flags to make it optional, right? That's pretty common. Like, as long as you
Yeah,
document these are the toggles to enable and disable, and users can make that decision when they do Helm install, that's good enough, right?
yeah. I think we do have flags to disable that. Yeah, Jonathan, let's make sure user can disable those Helm dependencies.
yeah. So the only complexity comes is so usually you do only one daemon set, which is a device plugin. But I think node feature detector is another daemon set. Am I right or I'm wrong, Jonathan?
Yeah, you're right.
So now you have two daemon sets. So it's like you got a combination. Okay, user install both of them, user install one of them, user install none of them. So we pretty much have to have a toggle for every daemon set if that is the case. But maybe it's okay.
Yeah, right now I just set it so that it installs the device plugin chart with the feature discovery turned on only when we have BYO disabled or NAP disabled. Otherwise, we
Oh, okay,
leave it as is.
okay.
So,
I think it makes sense. That's better. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Kaito should not default instant type. So there's a pretty old issue where we have a cube builder default values for instant type. And I think Jonathan already has a PR for that.
Yeah,
Right.
that's kind of this part of the same issue. Or yeah, all of the BYO and instance type stuff is kind of the same thing. So right now we're gonna make it so that when NAP is enabled, we require an instance type and we don't give that default value. So you need to explicitly provide one. And when NAP is disabled or when you're doing BYO, we require that it be empty. So this way, there's no default value that runs the checks against the wrong type, and we can
Yeah.
clean split the NAP and non-NAP cases and have good validation for.
All right. Sounds good. Oh, I think I skipped this by accident. Faye, any updates on this? Kaito to other cloud vendors.
Can you scroll down? Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
This is
I think it's an old issue.
but it's same thing, right? BIO? Am I understand correctly?
Okay, let me double check. So the confusing part. Oh, I was just gonna say the confusing part is someone opens the exact same issue and just check off everything that you mentioned here. So I think we can close this because all the
Yeah.
PRs are done here.
Yeah, let's close it because unless
Okay.
someone want to say we have a formal work to onboard this GCP, let's start a new one. Because AWS, yeah, maybe we should revisit AWS because maybe we have made so many changes. Some configuration may be outdated. That's possible.
Yeah, I think we're trying to get a GCP account at least to just to test it and validate, Kaito works there.
Okay,
And
let's start with GCP. Let's start with GCP then.
Yeah, okay. At recommended SKU informations in support model lists.
Okay, I'm going to work on this. maybe this week.
Okay. All right. 0.8.0. Gamma 3 models. So this is an ask from one of the Slack messages I got back in July. And I assigned this to Abhishek. You have any updates?
Yeah, so right now I created a PR on the MCR to download the Jama repository, and also like I'm ready to create a PR for onboarding the model itself. But yeah, I think we need to first like download the weights and then so that we can test it.
Oh, can you start with a proposal? So because we every new model you should follow the document starts with a proposal because I want to get some sense how popular this model is or
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. Yes, I'll draft a proposal.
so there is a template, so you know where to find it. So there's a template to adding new models.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I can quickly paste that in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just reference other models we have.
Got
It
it.
doesn't have to be details. We just want to make sure that it is the popular models.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all right. Yeah. Support disaggregated serving. I think this is something we talked about offline last week. And I think the conclusion is we're still evaluating different options. I know LLMD is part the options, the only options out there. But whether we're gonna integrate it in 0.8.0, I think it's still a questions I like to ask everyone.
Yeah, so I think as we discussed offline, I feel these options may significantly increase the cost. So I'm hoping at some point we need to have a strategy or some of design how to ensure the cost effectiveness. I feel unless we have a better design to considering both performance, cost, until then we shouldn't introduce this feature because this is so first of all, for small model, this doesn't help. For large model, it helps, but let's say increase cost by 50%. So I don't know. I don't really see who is going to use this seriously if we realize the fact.
Yeah, and you guys also working on the inference set APIs. So I also don't want to step on each other's toe. Rita, I'd like to know what you think about moving it to a later milestones.
I think it's fine later. I just want to highlight, if you look at the issue, it says describe the solution you like. It says LMD. So I think even when I created this issue, I wasn't thinking we will like reinvent the wheel, right? So I think the work here, whenever we do decide to pick it up, is think about how to work with LMD.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there are, right now LLMD expects user to use Helm chart to deploy a bunch of deployments and assign deployments as pre-fill and assign a second deployment as decode. So it's probably something we can some of the patterns we can follow. And I don't know if you guys know, but one of the KAITO competitor, I don't know if it's competitors or not, but KSurf also has a new API called LLM Inference Service, which also supports LLMD. So I can drop a link later, but everything in KSurf is still very early. So that's something I'm gonna pay attention to and see how they integrate it. But okay, yeah, I'll move this to there's no
I'm
0.9.0.
I'm curious, is there a strategy when to use the LMD compared to the trivial TP or PP Yeah, as a user, as a customer, I want to know when should I use AMD and when should I use the trivial KAITO workspace.
Yeah. So I think the main
I'm not
problem
sure the answer. I'm not sure the answer.
Yeah, the main problem LMD is trying to solve is for inference requests to meet good time to first output token and uh time per output token. So those two things are, or at least in LMD, those two things are interfering with each other. It's like prefill and decodes are interfering with each other because they have very different characteristic. One is compute bound, another one is memory bound. So if you schedule both prefill and decode in the same server, and once you have super high load, then your request is gonna suffer one way or the other. It's like whether you can have like a low TP time to first token or time per output token. So LMD is for someone who has a lot of inference workload and wants to optimize for both time to first token as well as time per output token, if that makes sense.
But TP and PP can also do this, right? I think we can try this way to polish this request. Just do some experiment and get some benchmark result and help the customers do the decision about whether to use LMD. Then we can try to integrate with this feature, I think.
Yeah.
Because as
Yeah.
a user, I'm very confused. If you give me two options, which one should I use? Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
given a situation I have a lot of GPU, then I should use AMD. Yeah, we need to give this guide for the customers when to choose from these two options. I think it would be nice, be better.
Yeah. Rita?
Yeah, I just want to also highlight that others, like competing open source solutions, they all slowly now have disaggregated serving. So I think it's probably good for this project to have an answer if a customer comes and says, hey, I've been using Kaito, but I heard about this disaggregated serving feature. How do I use that on with Kaito? Like, so I think it would be good to know how to answer that, whether that's use something else in, with Kaito, or or is something that we need to. What I'm saying is, like, I don't think we need to implement anything at the moment, but we need to have some kind of answer, at least for now.
Yes, it's true, but we need to figure out why users choose AMD at first, I think. Maybe they are respect the performance or anything else. We need to
Yeah, I think
figure
Ernest
out
showed
why
something a while
the
back,
reason.
right?
I think that
Was it?
I think that was Siraj, and I think
Okay.
at that time it's still a little bit not mature enough to show real performance gain.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely agree that we have to show proof that it is improving the performance, and also need to make sure customers just not blindly using LMD because it improves performance. I think they need to understand why they have to use it and why sometimes it might be okay to just use aggregator serving, like the way we've been doing with Kaito. So I think it's a shared responsibility.
Yes, this is my point.
Yeah, I agree. Rita, when you
Didn't
mentioned
LMD
competitive,
guys? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna ask, when you mentioned competitive products or open source project, like besides Kserve, I was wondering what other competitive, what other open source software or projects are competitive to serving in Kubernetes.
You mean like, so like I think you showed Kserve earlier. There's also like Ray, right? There's, I mean, I guess Cube Ray, which is basically Ray serve. And then there's also Dynamo, right? They're all doing similar things.
Right.
And I believe all these now have disaggregated serving. So again, I recall seeing some kind of benchmark from LLMD guys. So maybe Ernest, you can follow up on this, either from LLMD or Dynamo. Like since all these guys have disaggregated serving now, so I'm guessing they have done some benchmark.
Okay, sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, I'll move it to 0.900, and I think when I have a chance to have more GPUs, I'll redo the benchmark. Okay. Make pre-provision nodes experience easier. I think this is what you touched on, Jonathan. So, not anything you want to add?
Not really. I mean, if we want to get through all the BYO ones, we could probably just lump them into one thing for the milestone. Do you think
Okay.
that makes sense? Open a new issue, or at least for the purposes of the, like a meeting, we can try to group it as one thing, so we don't have
Yeah.
to come back.
Yeah, I think you can link them if you have permission. I think you do have permissions to like link issue and convert them to sub issues.
Or
Here.
yeah, or at least squash them into one for the dashboard.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, we can do that whenever.
All right. Add filtering mechanism for LLM response. Faye, do you know what the progress of this is?
Okay. This one, I think I propose we defer to next release because I don't have anyone that voluntarily work on this at this moment unless someone volunteer try to work on this.
Okay. I will remove it from the milestone then.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to create the next milestone and add it there because so that we don't lose track of it.
Sure. Thanks.
All right. I'm just gonna skip the scale stuff.
Okay.
This one I think is open by someone who works in container storage. Right? Faye, do you know?
Oh, yes. Let me see. Okay. So Qinghui, for local PV, do you remember what kind of size are we provisioning? Are we just provisioning all available NVMe or we give a size there?
Sorry, do you mean
Because
what's
here we create a PVC, right? In PVC, which size did we specify there? I kind of forgot.
we have a model weight size field in the preset, and we will only provision for a specific size. Like let's say the DeepSeek R1 will give about 800 gigabytes.
So in the PVC, you just say 800.
Yeah, we will give you the size.
Okay. Then let me see.
You
We
see.
should be able to.
Yeah, so you are able to check the volume usage.
Yeah, I guess maybe we can close it. I don't know. So what do you guys think? So I think the ask maybe we expose metrics to say how big the disk we are using.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think that's usually the common best practice to do this. Did you see anybody expose a metrics like how many disk it was using?
I don't know. I think we can check the PVC,
Yeah, so
the
alternatively,
allocated size.
alternatively just check PVC. So okay, I think I know who's filing this. Maybe I add a comment to ask him whether the just checking the PVC size is enough or not. So
Okay.
I want to get some good, justification why we want to expose it through the Prometheus counters.
Okay. Yeah, I'll assign
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thanks. Okay. Add upgrades ED tests as part of release workflow. Okay. I think I can pick this up if no one picks it up. I do think upgrade is super important, especially when we're changing API. So I can quickly, yeah. And I know Abhishek is working on improving the test duration. So hopefully the upgrade test is not going to take that long. All right. Support for SGLang. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do this in this milestone, right?
Yeah, I also think so.
All right. Yeah, I think it's too big of a change. And is it fair to say that we want to focus on VLM first and then tap
I
into
would say
other?
it's not. Yeah, I would say let's stick to VIM. So a few conditions is so if we see trend that many KAITO users try to use KAITO to run really large models, if we see that trend, because we know SGLang may perform better for really large models. That's number one condition. Number two is I mean, because it is still not very clear based on our study, since VM community is more responsive, with all the issues. And in general, I don't see a big, I mean, all a super obvious performance differences for the common model that we are using. So I think it's okay. We just focus on VM because I feel they have a better integration with all the other ecosystem. So almost all, but I also see the trend. So people start to support both. But
Yeah.
it's really we don't have that bandwidth to do double the testing, double everything. We have to make this choice, cautious. Just share some of the words that I've been discussing with some of the user is exactly asking me, hey, if you don't use SGLang, if you don't support ship SGLang out of box with KAITO default, so but if I'm having a SGLang images is okay for KAITO to still write, I think that's 100% doable. Is if somebody figure out they can build a SGLang based image if they want to. So the whole problem is whether we want to host the SGLang based image or not, right? If somebody say they want to build SGLang host images, they're just using KAITO to do the NAP auto scaling. I think it's doable. So we should just make sure the part template experiences works fine with those SGLang users. Make sure the part template plus autoscaler also works. I think that's as an intermediate steps between we fully support SGLang. That's going to be at least works for some of the use cases.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's all about the work for the maintainer to maintain the SGLang's code. And maybe you need to do some troubleshooting if you meet any issue. So our maintainers should pay more attention to the SGLang code base. When we want to add support for SGLang, we should be ready for this. At least I didn't take any look at the SGLang's code. So it may not that easy to maintain it if we introduce SGLang. We are struggle to maintain the VLM code as well, right? Every time we upgrade the VLM version, we may meet some breaking changes. So there was more breaking changes if you adopt SGLang, and it's not that stable. So if someday we are ready and the confidence to maintain the SGLang's code, and I will be support for this feature.
Isn't SGLang frequently asking for DeepSeek R1 because of performance? I guess like Xinhui, I think you showed a demo, right?
Yeah, SGLang performance is much better
Better,
on
right? Yeah, so
DeepSeek R1.
I think the reason why I added this is I'm seeing an emergence of more usage of SGLang from especially the open source models that are created from China. And I think SGLang is getting wider adoption in China. That's why it's sort of like by not having SGLang, your users are going to have to just not have better performance. Is that okay?
I mean,
Like,
there's also LLMD, but LLMD only supports VLLM. So
exactly. So I guess that's the question, right? For KAITO, the project, like what is, like for example, RAG engine is a differentiation. Is SGLang now, could SGLang be a differentiation compared to other projects? And maybe at some point it's not even a differentiation, it's like a table stake, like you have to have it.
Yeah, I'm okay with this feature. It's all about the workload. It's just a matter of workload. Yeah, you
Okay.
need to pay more effort to the SGLang code base. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think so, Rita. So my take is you can treat SGLang as a performance improvement feature. And the RAG engine is 0 to 1 feature. So it's all about our strategy or trade-off to see which one has higher priority. Only my take, maybe we should prioritize 0 to 1 feature first. Performance feature, there's always a trade-off. So there's nobody just pure performance gain without any drawback. I don't see anything like that. So, we want to get that performance gain. We need to pay much more extra efforts for maintainers to double our testing, double a lot of things. Well, whether it is performance gain really gain for every model, I doubt it. So we just try the biggest model, it gains. But whether you always gain 50% for every model, I doubt it.
Yep.
I guess an action item I can do is kind of compare the VLLM usage and SGLang usage with different queries, like Kusto queries. Yeah, and kind of see where the trend is going. But yeah, my hypothesis is that VLLM is still one of the most popular runtime right now, and probably have someone using SGLang for like specific reasons. So I can share that next meeting. All right. Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit quick since we only have 20 minutes left. Convert local CSI driver to home dependency. So this one I opened it because we are using get patch to patch Helm chart from local CSI driver. So if you guys don't know, local CSI driver is the CSI driver for provisioning NVMe drives and mount it to pods, so pods can have faster storage for model serving. And this contributor has already opened a PR to the local CSI driver repository, and I also left some comments there. So I think all I have to do is to follow up and make sure we land this and consume it from KAITO's perspective. So we don't have to maintain that get patch. And instead, we're going to use like a home dependency, same for Flux and GPU feature discovery. So now we have one more home dependency that we can turn on or off.
Yeah, sure.
Any
I can also
questions?
help. Yeah, I can also help if you need some context. So I think we should just do
Okay.
this. This is just I think it's just a matter of time. Maybe they forgot.
Okay. Yeah. Improve ED test durations. I know Abhishek's busy with some other issues. Abhishek, you want to speak on this?
Yeah, so currently I'm working on the other issues like maybe onboarding JAMA models, but I think I had a conversation with Ernest even like today on maybe how I can approach this and also like how I could benchmark the image build times. So yeah, I will start working on this soon.
Okay. Yeah, I put it in 0.8.0, so hopefully
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be in the next coming 2 weeks, but I think the earlier the better, so we can have faster testing time, so faster
Yeah.
iterations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is just a simple documentation issues. Yeah, anyone feel free to pick it up. Support multimodal.
Yeah,
I
so
added this. Yeah.
you just assign a doc one to me, so in case I forgot.
Oh, this one? Okay. Support multimodal. I added this to 0.8.0. Wondering what you guys think, Qinghui or other people.
I don't have
For
strong.
context.
Yeah. So
Okay.
multimodal means we want to introduce an image model and a voice model, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're not going to introduce a new inference engine
Yeah.
because VLMs already support
Yeah.
multimodal.
Yeah.
And good thing is the JAMA model is already multimodal itself. So I was thinking, in addition to text generation for JAMA 3, I'll also have after we merge that, we'll start looking into enabling multimodal for JAMA 3 models because that's at that point that's already onboarded
Oh,
presets.
Gemma 3 can generate the image? I don't know. It can generate image?
Yeah, I think it can. It's multimodal. I think Abhishek told me it is multimodal, but I
Yeah.
suggest let's work with let's
Really?
finish
I thought
text
I
generation
thought
first.
I thought the image is going to use diffusion, right? It's going to be slightly different architecture for images. Okay, anyway.
Yeah,
There,
that's part of the issue. Like we have to look into how it works and yeah.
yeah, but then the image model are also a transformers architecture right now. So yeah, is anybody interested in this feature? I think a multimodal is very interesting.
Abhishek, you think
Yeah, I could work on
you'll
this
be
once
interested?
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
Yeah, let's
we
work
may
on
need to,
this together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying, Qinghui?
Yeah, we may need to consider how to handle the image files. Maybe we need to create a file server to let the user to download the image created by the model. I'm not sure
Mhm.
whether the VLM will give you the model. Maybe in base 64 or anything else. We need to
Okay.
deal with the static file if you want to serve
Yeah.
the multimodal models. Maybe different from the text model.
Okay. Sounds good. Create docs for KAITO data scaler. Lingbo, is that something I can assign to you?
Okay.
All right. Thanks. Improve unit test coverage. I opened this because I think there are a couple of packages with not a lot of unit test coverage, and there's a contributor who volunteered. So yeah, hopefully we can increase the unit test coverage. with this issue. All right, dependent bots upgrade. So I noticed that we are not verifying and merging dependent bot as fast as we like. So I opened this issue just to batch all the existing dependent bot upgrades. So currently there are 5, and I think we need this issue to be resolved first. The Spiegel, this guy, just to give us more time or faster AD test duration, so we can validate these dependent bots upgrade faster and iterate faster. So I think I have Jonathan look into it, but it's not something we're gonna solve, in the next coming 2 weeks. But it's gonna be it's gonna depend on the Spiegel work.
So I would suggest, because we have multiple components, maybe we should let the component owners to do the bump. Because for instance, Rag Engine currently the component owner is Brendan, he's not here.
Mhm.
But maybe we should assign the Rag Engine part of the boss to him, let him to do the. And the same thing happens in the workspace. It should be either Qinghui or Ernest Yu to do the bump. For the general controllers, I think there's many people more familiar with it. I think anybody can work on this. Like Jonathan has been helping for the general controller bump. Okay, so yeah, I think I keep tracking this. I like to. I know we're adding more and more dependency. So, but at some point, I want to revisit whether we can remove some dependency.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, yeah, I'll assign the rack engine to Brandon if he's the owner.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this one Jonathan added this issue as a bug where it is reporting incorrect conditions, right, Jonathan?
Yeah. So it seems like if the pod hits an out of memory error or something, or it gets stuck, the inference ready gets set to true, and the pod is still stuck, so you can't make an inference call.
I think
I
this problem. I think this
Yeah.
problem may be gone after Limbo's refactoring, because I remember
I was gonna say.
because in the
Okay.
past we had a long poll waiting. So if that polling, so we don't update inference status if we are doing long polling. But with the Limbo's latest change, we don't have long polling anymore, right, Limbo? Am I right?
And no claim and node waiting is removed, but the workload waiting
Still there?
is kept.
Okay.
Yes, still.
Okay, still there. Okay. So let me see, what is this? So if you have the restart because the OM.
Yeah, so I found this after I merged the the GPT model, and we set the memory requirement to 84, which is what it said it should be, and the pod would not run, but the inference was set to true. I think somebody set the limit to 25, which fixed which like made it work, but but it doesn't address the underlying bug underneath, which is that the status update isn't reflecting what the pod is actually doing.
So,
We can put a pin on it and see if after the refactor this is still the case, though.
Yeah.
this is very interesting. It shouldn't happen like this. So you are saying that we flip the status even before the deployments becomes ready. Okay, I have no
Okay,
idea.
I think I think the description is good, so I think someone can go ahead and try to repro it. If Lingvo's PR fixes it, then we can just close this.
Okay, I can have a look of this issue. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can
Yeah,
try to
I'll
because in order to repro it, you have to set at least the way I did, you have to go in and set the GPT 20 billion requirement to 24 so that it will run on the A10. At 25, the A10 won't fit, so it won't be it won't run it at all, so you so you can't repro it the way I did. But
okay.
but
I
yeah,
can try to
I
repro
can
it.
try to yeah, we can
Yeah.
look at this and see if it's still the case after the refactor. Cool.
Okay. This one improved BYO Hugging Face model experience. I don't remember this. Let me read. I think this is for CPU inference, right? Like just have
Yeah, this was CPU
AI
inference.
kit. Okay.
Oh,
You think we can
okay.
close this? Because we already have AI kit integrated.
I think what Sashi was mentioning is how to build any model. So
Okay.
so the AI kit has a customized model concept, or it has, I think it has a model list, right?
Yeah, so
I think it has a model list. It also give you a Docker files or whatever. If you want to build, just go follow with that Docker file, build your own images.
yeah,
So
exactly.
then let me see. I guess what they're asking, okay, how to make the building their own images UX better? I think you can keep it open. Maybe we should ask Sachi more clarification what exactly UX she's looking for. Maybe just CI command, or
Yeah.
if the
I
CI command, maybe we can considering adding rows to have us, kubectl, CI plugin. If that's ask, but let's clarify the ask first.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. List KAITO as an integration in VLM docs. I know Abhishek has an open PR. But yeah, the idea is to show KAITO here in integration. So when users looking at the VLM docs, they can like go to deployment integration and see KAITO. Yeah, you can see all the competitors here. Kserve, Cube AI, which actually is deprecated and no longer maintained. And yeah, so this purpose of this to get more visibility into KAITO and drive traffics to KAITO.
Yeah,
So
thanks for that. Yeah, it's good.
yeah,
Very good.
yeah, thanks Abhishek. Yeah, let's get it to the finish line because I know VLM maintainer could be slow in reviewing PRs. So let's nudge them.
Yeah.
All right. Last issue. GPU memory calculations. Bangchi, are you here to quickly talk about this?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like some issues when do the like VRAM calculation. So firstly or like multi-node is does not work that perfectly. So I think some of the KV cache uh occupy is not distributed. It's all in one node. For all the nodes, the KV cache is in one node. So we need to figure it out why it's like that. And like let me have a look. So like and the melting nodes only can support LLMs. I think for now, I didn't find any other models can do that. So maybe I'm not sure if we can fix that. So if there is, maybe we need to fix that. Otherwise, we only can support two models with melting nodes mode. Let me have some other thing. Yeah. Oh, and like how to set up the GPU utilization like percentage. I need to calculate that before. As for now, it's just hard coded as like 0.84, I think. So we need to calculate that to make a better way to calculate that. So it's a little too like small. So I think a lot of modes can do with like 87. So we need to calculate that in front of like the mode is loaded. The model is loaded, yeah.
And this is not related to multi-node, right? But this is just a general thing to add to all the presets.
Yeah. I think this is not only for the multi-nodes, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Any questions on this issue? Okay. Yeah, I think that's all for 0.8.0. Any concerns, or do you think we have too many issues?
Actually,
to feel-
probably even will add one. So I think the last week Brandon was mentioned the auto indexer CRD for reg engine. I wish we can target that with 0.80, but I will ask him to create a issue first.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's again a pretty dense release with a lot of new features, autoscaler, auto indexer, and all this testing infra improvement. I'm really looking forward to this release.
Yeah, and also inference set.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can probably track it here. All
I
right.
just want to call out because I put it in the chat, but I think you guys don't look at the chat, which you should. So the multimodal one, right? Like I know this is meant to onboard new models. But I just want to call out that from the issue, I didn't see anything about the experience. Given that it, in terms of inference, it's not just chatting with the endpoint anymore, right? Because it's multimodal. Like, do we have any thoughts there already? If not, I would highly recommend breaking up the issue a bit, because otherwise it's pretty hard for someone to finish it if they don't know about the UX.
Yeah, I can update that issue. And I think that the user experience is similar to the chat, but you can provide a URL to the image from the chat, and then you may get a image or audio file from the output. This is the difference.
Right. But is that part of this issue, or is that a follow-on? Or like have or to your point, maybe add the experience that you're thinking of.
So I think the API is the same API, chat v1 completion API, same API. I think the same API suppose you are adding the images. My guess is URL, either URL or even the pure binary file format, binary string should both work, is my understanding. The output definitely is different. UX, as Qingwei
The
said,
output is different, but the input is also different, right?
Yeah, you need to allow the user to upload their image.
Right. It's both.
And
That's why
download the
I'm
image.
saying I don't think we have the UX like quite defined yet.
Let me put this way. So if it is pure API client, I don't see there's a fundamental differences. But if you look at the UI, so like in a headlamp integration, there's going to be significant UX change.
No, I'm not talking about UI. I'm talking about UX. Like even for the user to interact with the endpoint, what is the experience?
I mean the API, that's what I'm saying. So API perspective, same API. It's just you just figure out a way to come up with the binary for the image.
Yeah. The API
Yeah.
service is the same, the chat completion API. But the input output is different.
This one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't deployed any multimodal yet. I think that's probably going to be part of the issue to investigate what kind of API the LLM expose for
Yes, that's
multimodal.
right. It's
And
not as
yeah,
simple as That's what I'm trying to
yeah.
say. It's not as simple as, oh, the existing endpoint just works. Like, I don't think so.
I mean, not the existing one, but maybe there's like maybe VLM will expose a new endpoint, like V1 image generation.
Right.
It's something we have to look into. So
Right.
okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Abhishek, maybe I can.
that's the only thing I'm calling out. Thanks.
Okay, got it. Yeah, Abhishek. Yeah, let's work on this together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you finish Gemma 3 onboarding. Yeah, awesome. All right, time's up, and yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions in Slack. Yeah, looking forward to 0.8.0 release as well. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.